Welcome back to Predicting the NFL with Mickey G. It is me, your host, Mickey G. That's how this works literally every time. It is week 13 of the NFL season, and I had one of my best weeks of the whole entire season, actually, this week. I went 12-4, baby. That's right. We're now across the 100 Dabrowski mark, 106-71. Game of the week, 8-4. Got that one incorrect. The Colts defense did not realize this at the time, was missing 5 starters. So that's why they didn't do as well against the Titans as they did the previous time. Next, we had the Crap Fest, which we got correct. Now 7-5 in that position. And the upset we got correct as well, though it wasn't really that much of upset, but I don't care. Now 3-9 there. Way Too Early predictions was also a good week for that. 11-5, now taking our total to 108-69. Nice. Well, that was last week's recap. It is time for this week's. Starting off, we have our first game here, the Bengals at the Dolphins. Now, before the season started, this was expected to be a Joe Burrow, maybe Tua Tagovailoa, big quarterback thing, who's going to win. Problem is, Joe Burrow is now injured. That's a bummer. He's not there. Not expecting good things from the Bengals. But Tua is, in fact, starting. Literally just got the notification that he's expected to start today. Picking Dolphins. Bengals don't have Burrow. They don't have much else. Next is the Raiders at the Jets. While the Raiders may be without Josh Jacobs this week, I don't think it matters. The Jets are bad. They got crushed last week. The Raiders are winning. That is all. Next, we have the Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. Houston, big dub last week on Thanksgiving. Absolutely crushing the Lions. Just disappointing display of football, truly. Colts also taking an L, though. They lost to the Titans after not having a lot of their defensive starters, which is not what you want. I believe most of them are going to be back this week. And here's the thing. The Texans are not that good this year. Deshaun Watson may be playing his game, but I don't think it matters. The Colts, I believe, will be taking this one. Next, we have the Browns at the Titans. Now, here's the thing. Both these teams very strong running games here. All right, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt versus Derrick Henry. But there's one key component in this game here, and it has to do with the run game. Derrick Henry, as we know, as the season progresses, just picks up steam. In the same way that as the game progresses, he picks up steam. Browns have not been the best against winning record teams this year, and the Titans are, in fact, that. And then there's Derrick Henry. Can't see the Browns beating them. While they've had a solid season so far, they're not beating the Titans here. Next, we have our upset of the week, baby. We got the Patriots at the Chargers. Patriots have had some ups and downs. They've beat teams I thought they should lose to. They've lost to teams I thought they should beat. I'm kind of confused as to what their plan is here. Here's the thing. Screw it. Justin Herbert needs to get himself a big Dabrowski, and getting one against Belichick is something I can do. Now, I'm not very confident in this pick because, considering the clock management of last week's game for the Chargers, and the fact that they're now playing Bill Belichick, probably the greatest coach of all time in NFL history, not a good look here, right? I don't care. I'm taking the Chargers. Big upset. Money moves. Let's see how it pans out. Next, we have the Broncos at the Chiefs. Now, last week, the Broncos were without a quarterback. They had Kendall Hinton in there, and they did some odd things that I didn't fully understand, such as when we're throwing the ball with a guy who doesn't usually play quarterback, let's have him throw deep, right? Like fades, deep routes, corners, things like difficult throws to make, right? Instead of, I don't know, maybe crossing routes, slants, screens, things like that. But no. And the thing is, their defense was playing well for the most part, in the beginning of the game especially. They were in the game for a while until they just couldn't do anything offensively, which was not necessarily not expected, but I feel like they should have been able to do a better job. But anyways, it doesn't matter. The Chiefs are winning this one, especially after they big dubski over the Buccaneers, where Tyreek Hill just absolutely torched the Buccaneers defense and a just amazing display of how freaking good he is. Moving into the AFC, NFC games, though, we have the Cowboys at the Ravens. Cowboys, they are not good. Ravens, I don't think they're good. I'm not sure, honestly, at this point. Here's the thing. The Cowboys are bad, and if we want the GOAT, Alex Smith, to make it to the playoffs, to be the division leader, we need the Cowboys to lose, right? We need them to stay below, keep the Redskins up there. I mean, that's what we got to happen because the Redskins aren't going to win this week. That's besides the point. We're not there yet. So the Ravens are taking this one. I need them to. Lamar should be back today, or not today. Tuesday, I believe, is when those guys are playing, I think. Yeah, and the Steelers are Monday, I believe. Because the NFL schedule is just very screwed up at the moment. Ravens. Next, we have the Washington football team, Redskins, at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just talked about them, just said probably not going to win, and they're not going to. Steelers are undefeated so far, and I do not believe that Alex Smith and Redskins are going to be the team to take them down. Now, as much as I'd like them to, that would be epic. Alex Smith, baby, he's back, and he's killing it. Last week, him and Antonio Gibson were like, we're winning this freaking game, boys. And they did. They killed him. It was incredible. Doesn't matter. Steelers winning this one. So let's move on to the next game, which is the Jaguars at the Minnesota Vikings. Jaguars, poopy season. Just Vikings, not good either. And here's the thing. They kind of have to win out if they have a chance at the playoffs. NFC has a lot of good teams this year. It's going to be hard to stop the West and the Buccaneers from taking the playoffs, right? You got to end up above them, so either one of those teams, either the Cardinals, the Rams, or the Buccaneers, needs to just fall off. That's the way for the Vikings to get in here, because I can't honestly see them winning out, because they still have a couple tough games left. I feel like 8-8 is the best we're going to get, but they definitely got to win this game against the Jaguars, all right? They definitely got to win this game against the Jaguars, and I think they will. Jaguars are bad. They're starting Mike Glenn again this week, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because he did well last week, but I don't think it's really matters. They're losing the game. The Vikings are getting this one. Next is the Bills at the 49ers. The 49ers got themselves a big victory last week. Did not expect that. Expected the Rams to come out and play. They did not. Bills, they're doing well. I think the better team. They got to stay at the top of the division. They got to make sure they have a good spot there in the playoffs for the AFC. They're going to go out to get there. And at this point, I feel like 49ers are in a very similar spot as the Vikings. They got to have the other teams lose and make them keep winning, and I don't think they're going to be able to do that. So they're taking the L here. And next in the now NFC games, we have the Lions at the Bears, which is actually our crap fest of the week. There wasn't really a lot of games that were just absolute dog poo-poo, just like stuffed together in a game, right? So I was thinking, I chose this one because it made me too sad to pick the Jaguars game, so that's why it's this one. Also, the Bears should not have as good a record as they do. The Lions, they're just disappointing, so they deserve to be here. Here's the thing. Who's going to win this game? I don't know. I'm going with the home team, the Bears. The Bears are getting themselves another victory. Good job. Proud of you. You're not making the playoffs, though, so don't get your hopes up about that. It's not happening. So, yeah, next game. We have the Saints at the Falcons. Saints are good. Taysom Hill is undefeated so far. That's pretty neat, okay? Granted, the last week he played bad team. The week before that, I don't think it was that good of a team. And this week he's playing the Falcons, which decided to absolutely steamroll the Raiders for absolutely no reason. The Falcons need to realize, once they're out, get a good draft pick. Because at this point, they're just hurting themselves. Don't see them doing that here. The Saints have been successful so far with Taysom Hill. Don't think it's going to change. The run game is just unstoppable at this point. And with your boy, Slant Boy, back, probably positive things happening there. That's Michael Thomas. That's his name. There we go. Consistent guy out there. Give him the ball. Do well. Kind of an idea. You know what I'm saying? Saints, getting this one. Next, we have our game of the week, baby. We have an NFC West matchup. The Rams at the Cardinals, baby. This is going to be a good one. I'm excited for this. These are two teams that are trying to just one-up each other to get the higher spot in the playoff seeding, and they're doing a good job of making things exciting. Okay, Kyler Murray going out there. He's an exciting guy to watch. However, lots of turnovers, it seems like sometimes. Rams, on the other hand, they have Jared Goff. I don't know what he's doing, but it's functional enough, and the defense is good. Ramsey is flexing on kids. Aaron Donald's also flexing on kids. Who's going to win the game, though? That's the question we're asking here. And I'm going to go with the Cardinals for the sole reason that the Rams have a significantly better record at home, and they are, in fact, away. And that's why I'm picking the Cardinals. Next game, the Giants at the Seahawks. Last week, the Giants lost Danny Dimes. They were able to pull out the window against the Bengals, who lost Joe Burrow. So, not really positive things there, you see what I'm saying? When going, though, he's been doing pretty solidly, and the Seahawks defense is bad, so hopefully it gets me fantasy points. That's what we're going with here. Seahawks, though, they're winning this one. They're beating the Giants. If they don't, I will just be very upset. Please, Seahawks, just function properly. That would be great. And last but not least, we have the Eagles at the Packers. The Eagles are bad. I don't understand why they are this bad. I think I say this every week. But they got to figure something out here because they do have a chance at the division because every team in that division has a chance at that division because it is just so bad. Right? Here's the thing. They're playing the Packers. The Packers are good, or at least above average. I don't understand the Packers. They have big dubs and they have bad losses. Their losses have been off. They just been disappointing. Except for, I guess the Colts one was pretty close. And then their wins though, a lot of them are big, and sometimes against bad teams they're close, like the Jaguars, which are just a whole anomaly in and of themselves. But I'm going with the Packers here. There's no reason for them to lose to the Packers. If they do, I mean to the Eagles. If they do, I just don't understand. It's just confusing. But I'm picking them, and that is all the games this week. Wow, incredible. We've done it. Let's see if we can beat 12-4, because that'd be pretty neat. If you didn't notice, though, look at that. Got a haircut. Looks pretty cool. But anyways, make sure to like, subscribe, smash the like button. I already said that. Tell your friends, share the video. You know, these kind of... I do this every week. You know the drill at this point, I would think, right? But as always, adios.